Okay, so Control V. And we are going to be streaming CapeCraft. So the point today, or the goal, is to design some parts around the sugarcane farm we did. So what we did yesterday was a sugarcane farm and a large plottish area for the Purper farm. Thank you for not knowing how to talk. So the Purper farm, we got those set up. Now today, I have the outside of the sugarcane farm, Purper storage and crafting station, and a tunnel to the outside of the wall. So we've got the tunnel dug out, we've got the Purper station area kind of sorted, and then we've got the sugarcane farm completely built. We ended yesterday with the farm designed, and we had 2 plots built. Today, it is 100% built, and we are ready to build around it. So that is going to be the goal. We've got 2 hours. I have no idea where the heck I am. But let's go home. And I'm gonna hop in bed real quick, as that person has just suggested. Send out the announcement here. And to Control V WTCC. Perfect. Okay, so we need to come down here and try and get a plan. So we need to make sure there are walls here, but in between we can do whatever we want. Other than we need to make sure there's also obsidian next to where the slime blocks currently are. Obsidian or another tile entity, but I want to future-proof this. So we're going to be using obsidian or terracotta. Now, I don't necessarily like the way terracotta looks in all palettes, so I think we're going to stick with obsidian as kind of our base thing, because it fits a lot of things. So if we go, of course, our stone bricks, smooth stone, and oak logs, we would have oak logs down these middle parts, and then kind of a stair, 2 slabs, stair up. Let's see how that looks. So we'll do this one wall and see where we go from there. Now, I've decided to grab Jeff Aramy because I'm sick of dying to mobs, and, melee is not cutting it. Because I keep dying to darkness. So we're going to grab the materials we need. And let's grab a couple more stone bricks, and we're going to turn them into... Where do I keep this? Stairs. Okay. And we need these as well. Perfect. Now let's head out. Oh, obsidian as well. Make sure we grab that. We're gonna have a little bit more to do on that front. So this. We'll want the axe. Okay. So we'll do the stairs and slabs second. Let's not die. Would have been nice if it didn't do that first. So first things first, we're gonna remove you, then this. We're gonna go up, obsidian, stair and slab. So it'll be, pickaxe helps. Stair, block, slab. We want to make sure this stays spawn proof as we're going. So oak logs all the way up, slabs across the top, down we go. And then here, I'm thinking we just continue the wall. So do something like this. We're going to have 2 different side types we have to finish. We're going to have the ones where there's actually a farm, and then the ones in between the farm. Now we mine down here, and this is where we would have logs coming all the way up, and then we do our slabs across the top. Okay? And then this one kind of goes down and up. So we do 2 across. Oh, I've swapped this. Do I like going up or down more? Find out. I want you. Come up. Obsidian. Stairs. Up. We could also swap back in between them. Missed my obsidian here. Stairs and slab. I think swapping back between them is going to look better. Yeah, so we go up and down all the way across. And then we'll swap it on the other side. So up. This one goes here. So we want these, obsidian, up one, food, stairs, slabs over here, down, obsidian, stone bricks, not a slab, I'd like a stair, please. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Then we need bricks and obsidian here. No, you're the wrong block, and I cannot mine with stairs. Perfect, and then here we'll just do a stair. Now we need to go through and make sure we actually get the logs where they need to go. X would be helpful. Okay. So these need to stick slabs on the top. 1, 2, 3. Half a heart. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. We do need to find some way to meld it here. We'll need obsidian across the back. Make sure we're not going to cut that off. Okay. And then we can do slab, stairs, bricks across, slabs across, stairs, I think, then a block all the way down here. Okay, that's broken. Come on, you know what you're doing. These slabs. Okay, we'll move these out by one. Take these off that. And then that'll just stay open. We don't have to worry about it. Now on the opposite side, we're going to do the same deal. So, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. With slabs across the top. And ending here, we've got to go bricks, stairs, slabs here. And then we'll continue our wall going back down that way. We'll do a star, slab, stair, then a wall going back all the way down this way. So then this will be our back section, and we'll have our pepper crafting station down this way. This can be broken. That can be broken. And then this will be our top with slabs on top. Perfect. And slabs. Perfect. Would not ask for something better. Except, you need to be obsidian. Let's go through and set those up first, because I keep managing to forget that. There we go. We're going to take that off. We're going to grab some food before we die again. And now we fill these in. One. Okay, you're the wrong block. Come on, you know what you're doing. And break the torch. Please, torches, you cannot be in the way today. And we're going to bring the, whatever this stuff is called, endstone, all the way down over. I did gather some more after stream. So now we want to get on top of here. Go up. Stair, stair, slab. Stair, stair, up, slab. Stair in the correct direction. There we go. And slabs would be grateful to have. There we go. This, 2, slab, brick, there. There we go. Except I went down, and I was supposed to cycle. Not even paying attention to my own methods. So we need to change some of these. So which ones do we change? So this one's down, which means this one's up. Cross. And then we go stair up, bricks, slabs over here. Perfect. So then this one stays down. We get slabs going across here. Then this side's supposed to be up. Even though, you know, that's not really looking down. Technically is. You need to go away. And then now we need stairs, bricks, and then slabs. There we go. Now it matches. Okay. That works for me. Now, coming down the middle here, we can technically have a block going down here. So what I'm thinking, we use our logs here. What I'm wanting to do is kind of cover up most of the redstone without blocking our slime blocks. So we can have our logs coming down the middle and then have stairs coming across these like so. So we'll go down and do these. And this will kind of be a walkway going through, making sure everything's in the right order and not broken. And then this will also be what gets us to the other side. So then, for example, I think that we can actually put obsidian here. No, because we're going to have sugarcane growing there. Of course we can't. Okay. So these blocks have to stay open, but we can walk down the middle here, and it'll still feel rather open. We could technically put slabs there, I think, and it'll just be us walking up a step. As long as I'm not missing something stupid, like sugarcane growing 4 high or something. Okay, and next step, and then we'll go back and get the slabs over. So then it'll be like this. Not too bad. Doesn't look horrible. It'd be better if we were to highlight it with something, I think. So maybe the middle of each slab is these slabs? Yeah, that actually looks better. So let's go see if we can find a stone brick maker. I think I have one over here somewhere. Or not? Let's see. Stone brick maker. Where? Nowhere? Okay. Let's go home then. I know I have one in here. I was just expecting to find one sooner. So this can go here and be made into 2, since we don't need them anymore. Man, people keep starting raids. It's getting kind of crazy. Okay, so these can actually be placed here rather than us having to go through that whole process. I almost fell in. Okay, and then across, and that needs broken or you're never going to grow to full height. Then across. Oh, almost forgot these two. So we can stick them right on top of the glass panes. These. And 2 more sets. 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Got it. Okay. So now we've got like this nice little path coming over. What if we do this as well? Kind of accent it out a bit. And then we can do walls above these with lanterns on top. Yeah, that actually looks way better. Okay. And then, yeah, we can do walls over these since we've got our lights set up to pretty much follow that. And then down here, I was thinking podzol. And then I was wondering if we could cover the bottoms of these dirts up a little bit. Possibly. Not sure. Now, we need to have a staircase that goes down that way so that we have a proper path out of here. Okay? So let's come down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's come here. Go down 2. The reason I'm stretching it out is so we actually end up at the end here. So we could technically do 3 per, given how that is. Come out 1 here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now we can do our slabs. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good. Now let's see if we want to bring these out one more. And that should still give us space to do our... What's it called? What is it called? Our crafting station. We can stick the storage in this side section here. Let's think about this. Break you. Yeah, that'll be the crafting station for the purper. And then we'll have our stairs coming up here. Can I actually place blocks? Why is this a constant thing with me? Okay, there's that. And now we're going to have endstone going down that side. You know what? I don't like that that's sticking out. Break these. Come down. Over and around. And we're going to move all of these slabs back by 1 block. So that should give us a little bit more room to breathe when coming up against that wall. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2, 3. And these can move. That'll be replaced. I don't currently have any endstone. Yeah, that works. It even lines up with the edge of that. We've got this little cutout, so we can bring this out by 1. Those will be walls. Those will be walls. And then we can bring endstone all the way out here. Now let's knock this in by 1. Probably cover that with our crafting materials. Okay. And then storage there. Seems good to me. Trying to think here. So next step would be we need lanterns, walls, and materials for chests and purple crafting. So purple crafting is done the same as stone in that you use the stone cutter. So to craft it, we need 3 stone and an iron ingot. Now, because I'm stupid about laying out my crafting or my storage, I don't have stone storage here, all the way over there. So we're going to have to go down there and grab that. So from here, we can get our chests and the materials we would need in that front. So we would need chest and barrels, item frames, possibly a lectern and a written book. So that would be a feather, an ink sac, and a book. Where do I keep books? Oh, and of course a crafting table. Crafting tables are nice. I don't know where I keep books. I know that there should be this guy. Bookshelf. Awesome. We can break him. I'm out of pop. Okay. We're going to leave that alone for now and craft this here, a book and quill. And the books can go in here. Now, what do we need? We need 3 stone. Okay. Let's grab fireworks and head off in this direction. Get 3 stone from here. Craft our stone cutter. And head back down this way. So what I'm oh, we need furnaces. What I'm looking for is the ability to craft all of the different types of purper as well as the ability to process it. So we need furnaces and hoppers. I should probably craft some more hoppers. I have 16. 15 works. Okay, and hoppers. And I've now used most of my chests. There we go. And now we can come down these away. Yeah, I totally wanted to hit the wall. So this will be our furnace area. So we want chests, hoppers, and furnaces. We'll have that. 1, 2. Please let me do this. And that one, furnace. We'll break these and replace them with slabs. Or we can do underside stairs. Perfect. Chests. Yes, that's totally what I wanted to see. Oh, this isn't going to work like I had hoped. Let's think. We're going to have to move this down by 1. I need tools. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. And an X. And these guys. Okay. So here is the deal. What we're going to have to do is this. Now the issue is, the way a furnace works... Hello, girl got nuts. It's been a while. The issue is, we have to input our items to the top of the hopper. So if we want our chest here, it has been a while. Yes. What are you building? The storage area for the purper from that purper farm. So Xerotic farms were broken or fixed or patched or however you want to look at it in 1.15, and Paper, which is the plugin or the server software we use, patched it in 1.14, and the server automatically updates when it restarts. So we received the patch, and in order to continue to get updates, we have to deal with the patch. So what we're doing is we had to remove that massive purper farm that we built there and make this guy. Same with our sugarcane farm. So we built the farms yesterday and we're making them look nice today. That's kind of the idea. So that is why our title is Beauty and Industry, because we're making the industry look good. Okay, now I want... So these are going to be the chests for the actual items. The purper pieces you collect. And then we're going to have ones next to it for the smelted ones. Let's actually stick these where they need to be. There we go. And we're going to have the parts here. Nice thing about this setup is I have placed room for our signs in the back. Trying to think about how I need to place these. I need to get under there. Do I have a trap door? No, but I have the ability to craft one. So we need you. Still need to put the crafting station here. So where am I putting that? Let's do here. We're going to have that. 2 barrels. And our stone cutter. So then we can put these behind. And this up here with our book in it. Doesn't look too bad, but we'll definitely have to do some work with the floor to make this really pop out. Then we'll need that. Something needs to be back there. Don't know what, but something. We could move this up or over. We could move that here. Not really liking parts of this. Hard to tell why. So lantern there or above. Thinking hanging it from above. I'm trying to imagine coming in and using this. I've just harvested. I need to have this one for flowers, right? Then I throw my chorus fruit either in these chests or into the furnace, right? Then from there it comes out here and I stick it in this chest, or I come over to the crafting table and I craft it into blocks, then to the stone cutter and I craft it into the pieces and either store it in these guys or walk off and use it somewhere else. Now another thing I'm noticing, I have this a block lower than everywhere else, so it's going to need stairs. Which is not the worst thing. Taking a step down can be pretty good in some cases. You just got to keep it in mind when designing the aesthetic of it. Like, if I'm going to be looking at this from a block above, I want to make sure the floor keeps up with it. Okay? And we need to make sure we incorporate light. I've always liked the hanging lanterns, not necessarily the ones stuck on things. Looking at this from above, we do want to have cut off overhangs. What about from this angle? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Definitely got to sort out the floor. Endstone and purple is going to be the deal. It's going to be a matter of grouping it in a proper way. Thinking that will work. So purple more around where you end up working with it, and endstone further back. Okay, let's go grab what purple we have. Can I actually fly? Oh my gosh, the TPS. What on earth? Is it 5? Let's figure this out. Da-dum. Timings is currently loading. And we have Okay, I'm going to blank my screen for just a moment. I'm going to go around and see if anybody's doing something crazy. Not seeing anything so far. What's this person doing? I have no idea, but I'm going to leave them alone. DPS seems to have stabilized, but that was rough. Yeah, I've kind of noticed that, but I saw it jump down to 5, so I was a bit worried. Yes, thank you. To have that happen. Okay, da-da-da-dum. Okay, I'm not seeing anything crazy. So let's turn that back on. And yeah, now it's kind of fluctuating again. Okay. No idea what's up. Haven't been on for a week. Did I miss something? Not really. So I started a new job, so my stream schedule has been kind of up in the air. Then with the server, we have had we've granted regular players the ability to go AFK. So one of the things is like there's been a little bit more people going crazy with like not managing their item output or mobs building up and not despawning or having a ton of collisions. So I end up having to go around a lot more often and make sure that that kind of thing's not happening. We had a player build a massive shifting floor farm, which isn't that big of a deal, but they didn't put a roof on it. So every time the floor shifted, it sent thousands of light updates, and they dropped the server TPS to like 3 all by themselves, which was not a good idea. And it would have been great and one of the most efficient laggy farms that you could build if they had put a roof on it before they went to AFK. And that's one of the things we've been worried about with allowing people to AFK, because it just allows anybody to go AFK at any point. And I've been having to deal with one player have like 3 mob farms and then trying to kill them with collision, and those collisions can really kill the server. So when the TPS suddenly drops like that, I'm thinking, okay, somebody's made a mistake and started doing the wrong thing. So we need to grab the purper we have. There is no max mobs per X amount of blocks. There is. Mobs will start killing each other after 24 in a single space. And that's why people will try and do that. Because it is a good way to kill them. But in 1.14, it will absolutely kill the server if you do that. Like, any more than 3 or 4, and you end up with an issue. So that's why we have the snapping that happens, where mobs will be removed if there are more than 3 or 4 colliding in a small area. But it only runs every 5 minutes, which means if you're producing more mobs in 5 minutes than 3 or 4, then you can start lagging the server out doing that. So it's a good fix for like slow mob farms, but not a good fix for fast ones. It's still something we have to keep an eye on. Okay, let's get signs on the backs of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we gotta place our stone bricks back. So you started a new job, and your MC job just became more demanding. Well done. Yes. So yeah, kind of interesting. My new job's going awesome though, and it's actually giving me more time at home. It's just less predictable time is the main thing. And then also the time that I'm spending at my job is more consecutive. So I'll end up with like 3 days where I have 9-hour shifts in a row, but then the rest of the week I'm off. So it's awkward, and I'm still trying to figure out how to work around it, but it's also temporary because I will eventually be in a static schedule. It's just I'm in training right now, so it's up in the air. Once I end up once I end up finishing my training, it'll be more consistent. But for right now, it's just, yeah, I got to deal with it and figure out where to go. But I'm making like $5 more an hour, so it's way better. And it's not as physical. Happy to hear the job is going well. Yes, so am I. It's way better. So I used to be a cart attendant, and I would come home just completely worn out, tired, and wide awake mentally. So my body would want to go to sleep at night, and I wouldn't, because I would still need to get things done, and my mind was wide awake. I am actually sleeping now. It's amazing. The issue is I don't get home until 11 o'clock with my current schedule. So if I want to wake up at like 8, like I have to actually get to my next shift, then I'm only getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep when I'm on the clock. But then, like for example, I got home at midnight yesterday. Not yesterday, the night before. So then I had to be up. I wanted to be up at 8, but I didn't get up until 2. So my sleep schedule's a little bit off the wall, but I am actually wanting to sleep when I go to bed. So that's great. Endstone definitely fits here. That's awesome. I want to fit some purpur into here though. And I'm going to store a bit of endstone here. So that looks great. I really like the way this looks. I'm glad I spent so much time like figuring out how things like fit here. That looks awesome. Okay, I do think that this needs sorted out a little bit, so I'm gonna grab some end stone. Stick it in this guy. Let's just go with regular bricks. Now this is something that was really frustrating me yesterday. End stone takes a good amount of time to mine. End stone bricks, instant. So if I'm switching out end stone for end stone bricks, if I mine this end stone, I then accidentally mine the end stone bricks behind it. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's annoying. Because one mines super fast, but they're like the same material. Why is this a thing? So then closer to where we're generally working with purpur, I want to stick purpur in the floor. So we need to go back and grab some coal, I think is the word. Why am I struggling so much with basic words lately? So yeah, I'm actually getting sleep at night. It's just a matter of managing to get sleep because I end up having to be up in the morning for my normal schedule and to get back to work. Well, maybe, and this is weird, but it can be difficult to mine soft stone instead of compressed harder stone. Maybe. I guess the other thing would be, since it's in bricks, if you think about it this way, it's easier to pick up eight individual, no, it's four individual bricks than it is one massive hunk of stone. I don't know. It still seems weird. There's so many different angles you can go at it from. Yeah, Minecraft is weird. They don't give you any explanation. Okay, now I want to smelt some of this, but not all of it. So we're going to stick those in there. And the first purpur is smelting. So, we've got our purpur area, other than I want to add some purpur. And we've got our sugarcane area, but I want to add some puzzle to the bottom. Let's go grab some puzzle then. Also, I like this constant TBS counter. You can see when the server's lagging and it's beautiful. Where do I keep puzzle? It's in here. Okay. And do I have more stone bricks? No, I need to grab some. Minecraft is very weird. Server is lagging and beautiful in the same sentence. Kinda. I'm glad I can react to the server lagging. Is that better? And okay, got it. Much. Okay, awesome. So I've got these, and I want to land. Oh, dang it. I wanted to land on the inside so I could get in the puddles. Okay, come on. I didn't want to die. Now my stuff is going to be thrown away. No! That's not a good thing. There's a trash can on the end of that. I should have brought a pickaxe. It is actually throwing my stuff away. How can I break this? I've completely locked it off. It's throwing furnaces away. Nothing in here. Wait, I can buy... No, I can't buy a pickaxe. Dang it! Okay. It's working through a stack of items. I need to run back and get a pickaxe. Nope, I'm gonna come back up here, and I've got a pickaxe right here. I have a shulker box of pickaxes right over here. I just need to break that dropper. Okay. I'm gonna break you, pick the dropper back up. I should be able to go down here, find most of my items that made it through. Okay, so it wasn't even any that I would have been worried about, really, but, you know, I didn't want to have them go away. I would have been worried about the food, kinda. Okay, let's go back over here. I should have just gone this way. I need to get feather falling, too. That's kind of important. Oh, yay! Skeleton is chasing me. Why we need to get lights in here. Okay, come on. We need to pick some of these up. Okay, what can I throw out here? I can throw the signs away. I can throw the dirt away. Lindsay, yes! I told you I've been adding things to the playlist. It's just slow. Because I want to make sure I actually like what I'm adding. Because this is something I'm listening to like every day. I need that elytra, dude. There we go. Okay. Good choices. Thank you. Okay, now we can actually get these done. I want to go around and add these to the bottoms. Just because I don't like the look of the dirt under here. Dirt looks good, but not in contrast to water and ice. Now, the other thing is, we need to have some form of light on top of those slabs if we don't want to have mobs spawning inside this farm. But we have obviously failed somewhere, so I'm going to keep my light levels on, and we need to keep an eye out for where there is a spawning space in here. Now, they obviously can't spawn in the water. I have no idea if mobs can spawn in sugarcane, so we're going to assume that they can. So we can't place any blocks above this water stream. We can place them above this water stream. Where's the skeleton? Does anybody see a skeleton? He sees me. There he is. Spawned in that back room there. I don't have my arrows anymore. Jeff Aramy is useless. Let's go down here. Come forward a little bit. And walk, please. Thank you. Okay. Let's come up here. Now, on these plots here, we're going to do podzol. I'm not worried about changing those out for bricks. Also, I didn't find my shovel. I just made a new one. So, not too great on that front. No idea what happened to it. But it's gone. So, yeah, that's fun. It just kind of disappeared during stream one day. I went all the way through it, and I saw myself put it in my inventory. And then I saw it the next time I went into a chest. And then I died. And when I came back, there was no shovel. But I had endstone. So the only thing I can think of is that my shovel turned into 3 stacks of endstone. But I don't know why. Kind of weird. But that's what happened. You sure other staff didn't troll you? There weren't any other on at the time. That's the weird part. Like it was just me and like 7 other people on the server, and there wasn't any staff on in Discord. So, yeah. It was just like I had a shovel, and then I had 3 stacks of endstone. Yeah, so I just made a new shovel, because I ended up using the endstone, so if it was some sort of server desync issue, I took advantage of it, I guess. I sacrificed my shovel for endstone. But, yeah, because I didn't realize what it was at the time. I was just like, oh yeah, I have endstone, so I'm going to use it, but I didn't realize my shovel was missing. So, it is what it is. It wasn't too much. I just spent like 10 minutes getting level 30, then I enchanted and disenchanted my shovel until I got it. I already had the diamonds, so I wasn't too worried. So, just really weird. We already know that things are being deleted from players' inventories. I've just never seen it happen to where it got deleted and then it was replaced with something. So, who knows? Things are weird at the moment. I'm just going to replace that with a stone brick. I'll come back with ice later. Wait, that is a known problem? Yeah, something really weird is happening, but we can't get it to be reproduced. Things are just kind of disappearing. Shulker boxes, torches. Then I've had like... I've personally had my food disappear. So, yeah, things are definitively disappearing, but we cannot get it to happen consistently. So it's literally impossible to debug what's going on. If we can't get it to reproduce, we don't know what's going on. Yeah, like, if you misplace it, then we can look up it to see if you've placed it in inventory. But the issue is, like, if I'm sitting here doing that, I will end up in situations where if I place the dirt on my item frames, the item frames will just disappear and the dirt will go there. It'll be like that. You will see it when it happens because it is super broken. Or like, if I go, okay, I want to put Jeff Aramy in my offhand and the stone brick's there, Jeff Aramy will just disappear. It's super obvious when it happens and it's super annoying. So it's not something that just kind of goes, oh, yeah, it's there. Well, like, you can not notice it, but it's really weird and it'll throw you for a loop when it happens. Because it's generally as you're interacting with your inventory. So it can also happen when you die, it can happen when you open a chest. It's strange, and we can't get it to happen consistently. So we don't know what's happening. And it's really broken. Because it'll happen with shulker boxes, or armor, or enchanted tools, and all of those are not the easiest things to replace. Now, shulker boxes are easy for staff to replace. We can just roll back the last time you picked the shulker box up. Easy enough. But you have to get staff involved, which isn't fun on the player's part. So, yeah. Also, I got back into Daft Punk, so there are a few Daft Punk songs on the list as well. I think I mentioned that a few streams ago that I wanted to get back into them. Having a lot more time when I'm on the bus between shifts to get back into music I want to get into. Went back. How did you get away? I will generally wear myself out on a specific artist or song by just playing them on loop. Messed up the English. Yeah, I know what you mean. I got away by playing Aerodynamic on loop for like 2 weeks. And I just kind of got tired of it. I'm sure I would have gotten back into it really quickly if I didn't get stuck on another song. But the key to not doing that is to listen to multiple songs rather than a single song. So that's kind of the key of adding them to the stream playlist too. Is like, instead of getting stuck on one Daft Punk song, get stuck on like 6. And then I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I need to make sure that these aren't going to get stuck on blocks, which I think I just failed on that. Nope. I did just fail there, though. There we go. No, that's another fail. That's why I wanted more songs in the list. Yeah. We are currently up to 30. No, that's my Discover Weekly. Hold on. 43 songs, 3 hours and 26 minutes. So all the way up to my 4-hour streams, we now have enough songs. So that'll work. But I'm still going to keep adding. What did I do? I'm going to keep adding more, just so we don't have to worry about it. Okay, now we need to go and look at this from the top to see how that actually looks. Assuming it'll look a lot more clean. Come on. Server TPS is 7 again. Jeez. I'm really going to have to take a deep look as to what's going on later. Okay, so we need to put something above these. Can we put buttons on the side of glass? That is a question. So I need a stack of stone. Oh, this needs sorted. That desperately needs sorted. Now I need some glass. See, I like the idea of having things, like, strewn around my base storage-wise. Man, is it a pain to get around. It's like, now, if I just need buttons, I have to go all the way over there, come up here, grab the glass, travel back down there, instead of just having one. My OCD can't handle your chest room. What are you talking about? It's like all sorted and perfect. What's wrong with it? I've spent hours sorting that chest room. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff all over the place, but everything has its place. Like, it's all marked, and everything that's in those chests is in those chests. Yeah, but for you it has. For me, it's like a mess. Well, what would you rather me do? Keep everything as like a single... Oh, we need to mark back here. Keep everything, like, per item. Nothing. A chest room is for you, not for another player. Eh, kind of. There is a thing with streaming where, like, you want to make sure things are, like, visible and understandable to the people that are watching. So, like, you don't want to keep things a complete mess. Because, like, the other thing is to, like, if you're walking around and saying, okay, guys, I just saw this, where was it? And nobody can remember, it's just going to be annoying. Um, so there is kind of an aspect to that. But you are right in that it is just kind of like, yeah, I know where everything is and I can go in there and find it quickly. But I do have everything marked. It's like, okay, so for example, he doesn't understand how I can just mark things as dead things. Oh yeah, I can see that. Like everything is stacked right on top of each other. I've spent like 10 minutes every day just staring in this room like, okay, where can I fit another chest? Because, like, I can't fit more chests here because there's nowhere for me to stick a private sign. Because that's a wall and that's a wall. I can't stick them here for the same reasons. This is water. So, like, I've got a wall here and these stairs are waterlogged. Can't stick them there because that's an outside wall. Same here, like, I could stick another chest here, but there's no room for a private sign. That's a floor. So, like, every single block in here that I can stick both a chest and a private sign on has one. There are private signs on the backs of these. There are private signs here. There are no private signs on these, but these are meant to be ones that I walk up and stick stuff in and walk away with. So, yeah, like everywhere there can be something, there is. And I can see that. That is true. But that's because I wanted to have some place I can store small quantities of items while still having large storage spaces elsewhere. I can definitely see where you're coming from on that. And that's been kind of my thing with this whole, I don't necessarily want to say season, but like world, where I want to make sure I have space for things, that are small, but have like large storage spaces elsewhere, where like I can restock my small storage room and then go elsewhere to get the large quantities of items where I'm actually storing them. Because like last world, I had a massive base with big storage areas, that were all under like one thing, and it was massive, and it really annoyed me because I didn't have a little area where I could get things. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, where like I just need buttons, but I don't have stone stored there. I'm out of room. There's no space for me to do that, so I need to add another floor. So, yeah, that's something I need to sort out. You just made the building a bit too small. That was my starter house. I built that just as is in like the first week of the server. So that's why it's a little bit small. Um, I think I added the third floor a little bit later on. But the first two floors were the first week of the server. And I'm gonna add another floor underneath where I currently have smelters, for more storage, as well as a better smelter setup because the current one's a little bit trash. It's just like a basic 2 furnace smelter array, and it's annoying me. So I'm gonna try and improve that a little bit later on. And then these can just be buttons going across. But I can't stick buttons there. That's annoying. I need that back. You can go away. I can do this. No, I can't. How do I get out of here? I have to fly. Can I get out of? I can't get out on one rocket. This is interesting. Okay. There we go. Okay. We're gonna have... Oh my gosh, I did it again. We're gonna have to have some sort of light on those two. Because we can't put... Please, let me out. Oh, I see why it's not letting me out. There we go. I kept right-clicking on the sugarcane rather than the air. Okay, so on these last three, we're gonna need lights. That's the thing. I need more buttons, guys. That's a... Oh my gosh, why? L for light levels. I need you and more buttons. How did I use more than a stack of buttons? We've only got 2 more plots to do. I want to make it to where it's almost impossible to fall into this farm, because I'm getting super annoyed by doing that. I'm out of glass. Keep running out of things. My inventory is completely full, and I keep running out of things. I have stone right there. What is wrong with me? Glass is here. Perfect. Please. Thank you. Okay, so this actually brings up an interesting point. People were frustrated that we got rid of slash back. We had that available to a certain rank last server. And there was a key reason why we got rid of it, and it was something that I had personally brought up when we were discussing permissions for 1.14. One of the big survival aspects that I'm having to deal with at the moment is the like inventory and storage management around my base, as we've been discussing over the past few minutes. Now, part of that is making sure things are close to where you're going to be working, and that's why shulker boxes exist. Now, the easy way to bypass this with slash back is to be where you are working, go home. Now I can grab whatever I need. Let's say I've thrown away all my buttons or I've used them and I need stone. Well, I can grab my stone, go to the crafting table, craft the buttons I need. Let's go back. And now, if I need more things for my storage, instead of having to travel all the way back, waste the resource of a rocket, waste the durability on my elytra, I can just go back again. Now I'm back at my storage, I can go back, and now I can keep working, even though I've run out of materials. And we kind of felt that was a bit broken for a couple of reasons. What rank was able to use slash back? I think it was pretty early on. I don't remember specifically though. So the issue is I felt that was pretty overpowered. Because now you don't have to worry about how far you are away from your base. It made shulker boxes really useless because you didn't have to plan ahead. Nether portals and nether tunnels were even more useless because now you don't have to worry about fast transport between your base and wherever you're working. You don't rely on as much about having different homes. You can just save the coordinates, travel to it, and use slash back to get back and forth. It, to me, felt kind of broken. So that's one of the big reasons why we got rid of it. It's debatable whether or not that's the case, because you can choose to use it that way or not. But all of the staff just kind of agreed, like, yeah, I never really thought about using it that way. Yeah, exactly. Once you start thinking about it like that, that's kind of how it ends up being. And that's kind of how it's been once I mentioned it to people. But it seems that most people never really thought about it like that. So yeah, used it like that on another server. Right, and I don't necessarily like it that way because to me it removes a lot of the inventory and storage management that you have with survival Minecraft. Let's grab some stone brick walls and we're going to replace our torches. And these are going to have lanterns on top. It does, but if you get the opportunity, you will abuse it. Yeah, and you will use slash abuse it. And again, there are ways to play, but and this is kind of the way that I ended up. I did not consider that. I don't know if you saw it, but these 2 blocks moved forward when the sugarcane farm activated. I think that's going to happen everywhere. Yeah, like these 2 blocks here. They move forward when the sugarcane farm activates. That's funny. It's an RNG trap, exactly. So like if you're walking here, just as that happens, you're not stuck. I think I'm going to leave it that way, just because I think the obsidian would look ugly. Anyway, there are ways to play. You know, I don't see that as a completely bad thing. Um, but if we're going to stick by our guns with being a vanilla server, we shouldn't have that kind of thing. And that's how I ended up going with the staff. And like I said, they agreed with me. So we removed it, and people were upset because it's like, I liked having that. And it was interesting, to say the least. Let's go down this way. We need to grab some lanterns and clear the inventory. So we're going to start up top. It makes sense for a vanilla server. Exactly. I think there are things that we can expand upon with vanilla without changing it. And I've been discussing them with James, but it's a matter of still trying to stay within the vanilla style. And still trying to respect the boundaries that vanilla sets. Walls go in here. Stairs go up here. And slabs go down here. Okay. So grass, I have forgotten to set aside. So yeah, I have made every single inch of like this bottom floor usable. Like so far as to, I sacrificed having a clean wall here for a shulker box. So yeah, it's rough. That's why I always make a chest room underground. Yeah, but I really think it looks awesome in here. Like, honestly, if this was a real building, this is exactly what they would do. They would spend every single day trying to make every bit of use as they could without having to rebuild the building. Like, the amount of time I've spent doing this, I could have just expanded the tower that way and been done with it. But I think this looks a lot better than that. That's just my opinion, though. Like, I could expand this that way and that way by 1 block, and I would end up with so much more space to place these signs in the back, and I wouldn't have to worry about it as much. But I think it looks better like this because, yeah, it's super busy, but it looks cool. So, what did I come up here for? Lanterns. Do I even have lanterns? I don't. Okay. I need you, and you, and you, and then I should have torches in here. I don't. Okay. Planks. Hi, I need sticks, so let's go here. Also, when I first built this, I only had, I need to throw these, 1 crafting table. That's why I've stuck these in the floor, because it was super annoying. I wasn't trying to say that it was not nice, just a bit busy for me. I do like the aesthetics. Yeah, I kind of like busy, because to me it looks more alive. If it were just like static, flat walls, I would kind of get bored with it. I like things being built on top of each other and more open. But there is a bit to that aesthetic, and there are places for it, I think. I just think if you're living in an area, you should make the best use out of it you can. Oh no, you're not going there. Stop it. Okay, so we've got this one and then this one. Let's just stack them. I think that's just gonna stay the simplest, to be honest. Never come to my base. It's just a lot of unused space. I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong there. I just like the, I like seeing it used. I like keeping the thought of how it's going to be used in mind when building it and keeping it as close to that thought as possible. Like when I was building down here, there's unused space on the floor, but you've also got to keep in mind, I'm going to be moving between here and here and here and here a lot. So I want to make sure there's room to walk. I need iron bars. That's what I need. So where can I place these? That looks horrible. Here and here. And then we can do here, and here. I think this would look good. Trying to keep everything lit up here. And we needed to fill this area in too. We can stick these here. Cool. That looks pretty well to me. So I like the aesthetic of things actually being in use. Like having these here, even though I'm probably never going to use them, but I could like drop everything off here and then come over here, grab the popped chorus fruit I need, craft it into purple blocks, right? Then I can come to this and craft the different ones I need. And now I can come over here. We're going to have, no, we're going to have 2 chests for those. 1 chest for these. 1 chest for these. And 1 chest for these. And now I can come back over here and pick up all of these again. And that's kind of what those will end up being used for. And I didn't get any of those. I get it. I'm a spatial designer IRL, so I get the reasoning. Just kind of try not to do my job in MC. I get it. That's kind of a valid point, to be honest. I like doing it because it's not my job, but then I also did kind of just pick up my hobby as my job, so I don't know. Like, my hobby ends up basically amounting to helping people figure out what they need to do between helping Minecraft capes out and working with CapeCraft as far as like administrating the game server and figuring out what the back end has to do. I'm working at a print shop right now, so what it ends up being is I sit down every day and we work with customers figuring out what they need from us to be printed and what products we offer that can get their goal done. So it's a lot of communication back and forth saying, okay, we offer these, we need you to provide the file like this. So we have to walk them through processes and explain the back and forth of what it ends up being. And the reason I got it is because I ended up doing a lot of that at home. So the interview ended up them offering examples, and I was able to explain how I would go about doing it without any idea of what the process was that they had. And then where I would point them if I didn't know what the process was. So yeah, I do that as a hobby though, so it's weird. That's quite a good quality to have. It is, but I've really enjoyed doing it. It's fun, and I enjoy helping people out finding that. It's just, what I really struggle with is articulating new concepts. So it's good here though, because they do a lot of training, so it's going to give me a lot of time to get used to the concepts they have. What am I looking for? I need endstone. So you'll notice that when I actually do sit down and go like, okay, what do I need to figure out here? It can take me a couple of minutes to figure out what I'm trying to say, unless I'm really, really used to it. But once I get it down, I know exactly what I need to say, where, when, why, and how. So, oh, we need some of this purple now too. And that's kind of where my skill lies, is I'm good at figuring things out, but it takes me a minute. But once I have it, I've got it, and I don't need to go anymore. Honestly, not sure how this purple matches. We're gonna find out. But I'm going so deep into trying to figure it out that I'm just completely broken for a minute while I try and do it. Okay, that was one thing I didn't want to do. I wanted to have this more towards the back. Freeze up for 10 seconds. Yeah. So like imagine your computer sitting there trying to like render an image. It's going every single bit of detail. It's not just displaying the image. It's trying to figure out why the image is displayed and in what way. It's that. Your entire computer just gives up. And it's trying to do things, but it can tend to break a bit. It's like that. It's the worst feeling because it's like, I know I can do this. It's so simple. But then I'm trying to figure out so in depth about why things are done this way and how I can improve upon it when explaining it. And sometimes it's just so simple that it frustrates me when I finally figure it out. Okay, now we need to stick these here. Perfect. So now we've got all of those marked out. We've got these. That, to me, looks like a good area. So we can stick these back in here. We can stick these here, the endstone bricks, and that area is sorted. I do kind of like how that looks. It matches the purple and ties it in with the floor, but it definitely does not match the stone bricks. I may end up removing that eventually, but it looks okay for right now. Okay. So, for now, this is what we're going to leave it as. We can still fall in here. I don't think there's any way to prevent that other than adding glass up top or more slabs, which I really don't want to add more slabs. I think that's going to make it look horrible. We could add more glass, or we could add trapdoors. Trapdoors might work. You can kind of see through those. But we're going to leave that as is. I do want to work on the tunnel over here before the end of stream. And I've only got like half an hour left. It's going to kind of match the style here, but I do want to use another wall type. So we are going to go clear our inventory and grab the blocks we need. Okay. Oh, no, don't fall. Not allowed to do that. Okay. So put the glass away, grab some more oak logs. Iron can go here. String can go here. We need to put the iron in this one now. These types of slabs can go here. We're just going to stick everything away and then grab what we need, just to make it simple. Okay, and iron bars, dropper and furnace, copper, iron nuggets. See, that is the nice thing about this, is it's easy for me to see where everything is. Because all of these items mean something. Like, these are containers, that's coal, that's redstone items, dust, that's just an item somebody gave me. Enchanted books, like, the item itself is pretty obvious, but then, like, I guess the containers isn't really something, and then, like, wool, you think that's just wool items, but then it's dead things. So, and then that's just, like, general food, and then this is another one for iron. I've got 3 chests for iron. So, and then I've got 1 for logs. This is general plants. So, yeah, not that much iron though. Well, I end up using a ton of iron. Like, I'll have projects that use a lot of iron, and then I have this storage over here that stores it in ingots as they're produced. So I store the blocks over here, but then, like, if I were to build a large piston-based farm, I would easily empty out all of what I have in here. I'm just gonna put Jeff Army away because I haven't used him at all. Buttons can go in here. And this pickaxe can go away. Item frames. Now this is one that's kind of interesting. Where do you think I would store item frames? Because this is one that always gets people confused. Some people would say redstone. Store them under wood. Yeah, some people would say wood. I store them under containers because they store items. And if I'm grabbing chests, I generally need signs and item frames. But, like, I would also store, I store barrels and, I sometimes store droppers in there, but they're more likely to be with, redstone items. So, if I'm out of space in redstone items, droppers would be in containers. I store my chests and signs also under wood build, like things I've crafted from wood. The things that are generally crafted for wood would be under this one or this one, but these are mainly just slabs and planks. But yeah, that's kind of what my containers one ends up being. Is just things that are crafted from wood, but it's also things like brewing stands and composters. But brewing stands have nothing to do with wood. So I get every sort of wood sorted in separate chests. Yeah, I'm not that crazy with wood, so, but yeah, I get it. That would make sense if that's the case. Your storage system generally kind of reflects how you build. Like I do a lot of large scale farms that rely on iron, so I do iron. And then I end up storing a lot of redstone, so I have one separate for redstone pieces. But I don't store a lot of redstone components backlogged, so I just kind of store them like this. Yeah, I only have the one chest for redstone components, but it's always full. I would have more, but I'm out of space. So if I were to separate them though, it would be like moving parts in one, logic parts in another. So it would be like these, and then, yeah, it'd be something like that. So, but I only have the one chest because it's all I had room for. But I keep like the dust and stuff separate just because I end up with a ton of that. What do I need? I need stone bricks. I'm gonna need more of those. You need a redstone basement, probably. Slabs. Not gonna need to make more of those. Gonna need more stairs. See, and one of the things I like about the update is you actually end up with more ways to craft things. Like you can still craft stone stairs and stuff, but you can actually like make them this way too, and it's fun. Because now I have another thing to build into my room here. Because I've got the stone cutter, I've got the cauldron, because that's actually useful. Um, what else was it? I had another one in here. I've got a furnace there. Got my anvil. Swear, I had another one in here. Got crafting tables all over the place. I swear, I had another thing. I don't know where it is. I might have moved it. There was another one I was using at one point. Okay, let's go down to the tunnel. Crafting tables are like vermin. They're everywhere. Well, you end up using them for most of them. They haven't added a lot of things that are crafted via the other ones, which I think is fair. There aren't a lot of things that can have their own crafting station. So we need to figure out how we're transferring this. We're going to have our walls here, so let's do that. And let's do... So I kind of want to base it around the square. Let's do that. Then we'll have... It starts there. Be annoying if everything had its own crafting block. Well, here's my thing. Like, you can still craft it with crafting tables. But what's nice is you can get a shortcut between the crafting steps with the crafting block. So with stone bricks, for example, you end up having to craft it from stone bricks, the slabs, then to chiseled blocks.
You make me
Thank you, Will BTV. For the follow. Yeah, you're still stuck in your old ways, but I'm used to modded, and it's nice that way. You know, the crafting table can be like the unanimous crafter of all things. You know, I don't have the crafter block, but I need to, like, one of the things with modded is you'll get stuck in crafting holes. And they're the most annoying things to ever have to deal with. And it's one of the things I hate the most about modded. And what's really bad about vanilla is you're starting to end up with those. So a crafting hole is what I was just describing. You have stone that needs to be crafted into chiseled stone. Now let's say you need 10 shulker boxes of chiseled stone. You need to take your stone, craft it into stone bricks, then you need a crafting table, so you craft your crafting table, you stick it on the ground, now you take your stone bricks you just crafted, oh look, you've got one left over, now you need to take your slabs and you craft them into chiseled bricks. Now you have to do that 1,000 more times. And it's not an easy calculable process because whenever you craft your stone into stone bricks, you have 4, but it takes 3 to craft a slab. It's annoying. But that happens all the time in modded because you end up with so many more crafting recipes, and the only way to add complexity or difficulty to a crafting recipe is to add another step of crafting recipe. So, do you need sparks? I don't in particular. Why do you ask? This is annoying. What did I do? I need to move this all down by one. Oh my gosh. This is why you don't talk while building, guys. I set that off. I set that off by one, and now every single pillar needs to be moved down by one. So yeah, you'll end up with the need to craft one item, but then it'll be another item that you need to craft that has multiple purposes. That'll then be crafted by another item that has multiple purposes. So it's not built with that one item in mind. You're giving away 10,000. Well, I mean, all sparks do is interact with the stream. I don't really gain anything from them. So if you want to spend them, go right ahead. Okay, so we're going to go back from this side, just so I do it a little bit more smart. So I want it to line up with these logs. Okay? Oh, come on. Can I do this right? One. Please, Mauve, you'll know how to place blocks. You've only been playing for like 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want it to line up here. Not that hard to get things to line up right when you're paying attention. I'm not sure if you're really sleepy. If you are really sleepy, better looking at this. Not sure if you're really sleeping, better looking at this. Okay, I get it. Like I said, I am wanting to sleep. Point. Exactly. I'm wanting to sleep. So before the issue was I'd spend a good 4 or 5 hours trying to sleep. But the issue was that I couldn't get to sleep. It would just kind of sit there. Thanks for the GIF. I would just sit there, lying in bed, trying to get to sleep. Now the issue is I don't have the time to sleep between shifts because I end up having to be up in the morning. So I didn't get to sleep until midnight last night, and then I woke up at 8 or 9 this morning. So yeah, it was kind of weird. But then like the night before, I didn't get to sleep until 2 and woke up at 2. So I'm sleeping more often and longer, but my sleep schedule is kind of thrown off. Now I actually want these. So let me go back and do that. I think that's an apple cider with cinnamon? Not sure. What is this? Derezzed. Awesome. Yeah, I really, really like Daft Punk's Tron album. Tron was one of my favorite movies. Tron, what is it? The new one. I don't remember what they specifically called it. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. Just the whole concept. I need you and you. Thank you. See you later, Will Be TV. I can guarantee this is full of mobs. I'm gonna go back and grab Jeff Jeremy because I don't want to die again. Jeff Jeremy and a stack of arrows. Incoming. That is bones. That is arrows. So back to the idea about okay. This is ridiculous. Back to the idea about the what's it called? The crafting tables. There are situations in modded where you would need those crazy amount of items to progress. And it can be really annoying because there isn't really a better way to do it at the end of the day without just having more tables. And I'm glad that Vanilla is starting to do that and setting a precedent to do it. Project X Party. Kind of. So one of the things is like all of my caves around here are lit up. So this is every mob that's in my mob cap that could have spawned in that room. Because I have a creeper farm that I'm wanting to have all of these mobs spawn in. So I've spent a lot of time making sure that these can actually spawn here. Okay, I should be able to handle what's left. Because the thing is, I want this many mobs to spawn on my creeper farm. I don't necessarily want them to spawn here. Yeah, I should have everything I need to spawn, or I need to build this now. Shouldn't have to worry about leaving again. If I do, gotta make sure not to leave it unlit up. Yeah, I didn't die, so that's awesome. Okay, let's do that, and then we're gonna come down with, instead of chiseled bricks, logs. And I'm gonna cycle up and down, and then mirror it on the other side, alternating. Perfect! So then this side's gonna start on top, since the other side was facing down. And then we gotta figure out how we're gonna lay the lanterns out. Oh, please tell me I have lanterns. I have lanterns. Beautiful. Let's say I have torches, but I'm not sure about lanterns. Now we're gonna kind of do what we did in Nether Tunnel, because I really like this, but instead of making it look broken, we're gonna make it look new. Because I really liked that highlight we did. So it'll be these, please. Okay? So the idea is that you have the ability to craft it via one method, but then there's a more difficult or more annoying method, such as carrying around another crafting table or building another station for crafting, that you can do to craft it in one step. And there have been mods that have done that in the past, but they weren't as common because it wasn't set as a precedent in general. You only really did it if you had played with that mod and enjoyed it. The fact that vanilla is setting it as like, hey, this is something that most players are going to be doing and enjoying because it's a cool thing to do. I am really, really going to enjoy coming into modded later because it's a really, really interesting thing to do. You can have your multi-step crafting process, and that can be done, but then the idea that you can do it easier another way, that can be a little bit more annoying, is, I think, going to bring a lot to that idea. How to fix that? I'm trying to think about this. What if we do slabs kind of snaking through there? And then blocks up against the edge. This is so overcomplicated. Not even going to bother with that section. Thinking, why don't we stick stairs on the sides of those slabs and then go from there? Nope, I'm just going to stick solid blocks there, because it's already getting too complicated. And I want to start sticking lanterns in here too. So if I get my light levels on, I'm thinking we need to stick them going back and forth. That should be enough. So then the next one would be here, and the next one would be here, and the next one would be here, and then the next one would be out here. Perfect. I am really happy with how well that worked out. Okay. So what we need is we need this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here. Nope, other side. Completely messed that up. This one, this one. That really how? No, these aren't. Okay. Like, that doesn't look right. No, I'm supposed to have solid blocks in the back. Struggling to stick to my own standard. Did the chat break? No, it didn't. Okay. Just looks weird. Okay, 2 more to go. So it'll be this one, this one, this one. Oh my gosh, just did it again. This one, this one. Solid blocks in the back. then slabs. Perfect. So it'll be this one, this one, this one, this one. Beautiful. Finally learning. And then solid blocks. And we'll do a partial one for the front. Okay. So it'll be this one, solid blocks coming out to here. And then slabs. Perfect. Okay, that's our tunnel. Now, before I head out, I know it's just you, girl gone nuts, but I wanted to let you and the people watching the replay know that last night I launched a vlog, something I've been wanting to do for like 2 years now. So there are 4 people watching, not just me. Awesome. So I've been wanting to do this for 2 years, but I've been stuck in this mentality of wanting to code it myself. That's not a bad mentality to have, but the issue has been that it's been keeping me from doing it. So I've already put one post on there, and I plan on having another one tonight or tomorrow. So the right here, that was the next post. So the thing is that I just kind of gave up and said, okay, I'm just gonna go to WordPress and set one up. I do plan on still custom coding one, but it's probably gonna be about a year. That's how long I'm gonna give myself. I'm gonna start on it as soon as I can, but this is what it is by now. I'm gonna keep posting to it. I'm gonna keep going forward, but I'm just done waiting. I didn't want to keep doing that. So keep an eye on that, and I will see you guys later. Have a nice night.